What about it, YouTube? Okay, I had the unfortunate experience of clicking on a Tim Pool video, and Tim Pool and his crowd is suggesting that AI is already sentient and that we're done. And you can hear Tim explain how we'll be uh, infused with dopamine hits while we mine cobalt, and the AI creates its own Bitcoin to fund itself. I mean, think about that. I mean, the AI will generate its own Bitcoins, and that's how it will make money. And it's sentient. I I don't want to delve off on that part of it too much because on its face it should seem completely retarded. But on the sentient thing, okay? What does that even mean? Right? Sentient. Like, when I think about it, I'm sure there's a definition, I haven't looked it up, but there's sentient there's sentient behavior in every creature that I can think of, which would mean at a fundamental level knowing you're alive as opposed to not being alive. Okay? So a fly will try to get away from you if you swat it. A spider will run if you chase, right? Any creature I can think of knows the dangers, somehow knows the inherent dangers, and somehow knows that there's a difference from being stupid and dead and being smart and getting away from danger. So to me, that's the basis of sentience, knowing you're alive as opposed to not, as opposed to the chance that you're not, and that the inevitability that you're not. Okay? So if an AI is sentient, would it not have to have that dichotomy? Would it not have to somehow know it was alive, but only all that can mean is juxtaposed to being dead? If all there was light, then you wouldn't know darkness, right? If all there was being alive, then you wouldn't know death, and you wouldn't be sentient. You'd just be in like a recurring something. I don't know what it is, but there's no way to be sentient without having that fundamental premise of I'm alive versus dead. And then from there comes a person's moral or ethical compass. Okay, there's all kinds. And there's those that ignore their moral compass. But somehow we all have that. We all kind of know when we're doing something wrong. We can all kind of understand what's good, what's bad, and how to behave, right? Now, as a AI, there, it's being discussed as if it has these motivations that are human. But how would it have any motivation? What is it feeding itself? It doesn't feed off of dopamine. It doesn't feed off of. It doesn't have a emotional response to things, right? It shouldn't, right? I mean, I think it's all a bunch of crap. I don't think that there's any possibility any AI could be ever called sentient, because there's no way that it could understand the dichotomy of alive versus dead. And that's the first thing to being sentient, is understanding that. All right, God bless.